We're glad you're doing better.
Well, in a landmark first, Australia's top 100 private schools have been named. News Corp this morning ranking everything from academic outcomes to campus infrastructure and even extracurricular activities.
In a surprise twist, only 2 co-ed schools landed in the top 20, including Haileybury College in Melbourne. Joining us now is the school's principal and CEO, Derek Scott. Good morning to you. Derek, good to see you. I know Haileybury's always at the top of those lists. Some say, though, if you're not first, you're last, but that's not quite right.
No, look, I know we came second in the overall ranking, but very pleased to be first in the co-ed rankings across Australia. You know, the independent school sector is a really dynamic sector. There are more than 1,200 schools across Australia in the sector. So to be ranked at the top of that amongst some very fine schools working with great educators, it's a great honour and a great privilege. Carl, I think the feeling today is a bit like you would have felt when you got an A+ on one of your tests at school, you know, reward for effort and feeling good about things.
Yeah, I got the encouragement award. I was particularly good at the extracurricular activities, though.
Oh, yeah, right.
Look, were you surprised by the lack of co-ed schools in the top 20 or not really?
Look, I think there's a great diversity in the sector, and there are a lot of small girls' schools that do a great job. There's some really fine boys' schools. But, yeah, it's perhaps a little bit surprising. But I think the main thing is there's choice for families. There's a lot of choice across the states and territories about schools to go to. And that's a good thing to have in this country. There's fabulous state schools doing a wonderful job as well. It's a vibrant sector. I know it gets talked down a lot, but, gee, our educators in Australia do a marvellous job.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you about that. I mean, that is a really good rap because obviously private schools are not always accessible for most Australians. So it is heartening to see that some of those public schools, of course, are doing quite well.
Doing incredibly well. And, you know, accessibility is an important thing for us. We're an incredibly diverse community here at Haileybury. We've got 4 campuses in Melbourne. We've got a campus in Darwin. We've got a really vibrant online school. We've got 46% of our students speak a language other than English at home. We've got 60 different ethnic backgrounds. And, you know, celebrating that multicultural diversity but striving for excellence is what we're always about. And it's so good to be a part of the community and an inclusive community. I'm standing below here some posters that students have done about what they would do if they were Prime Minister for a day. And one of them is written, I would make sure that everyone was just accepted for who they are. And that's a lovely sentiment that we want across all of our schools.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Well, you're more than, I mean, principals in many ways are like the mayor of their town and schools, aren't they? What do you think about the cost of private education now? I know a lot of parents aspire to it and they want their kids to have it.
Yeah.
But
it's becoming such an expense.
Yeah, look, it is. But, of course, again, across the sector, there's a great diversity from low fee to mid fee to high fee. Because we operate at such scale with over 5,300 students in Melbourne, we're really aware of this and try to keep the fees as tight as we can. But we also have the capacity to offer a lot of means-tested bursaries to students. And with our 4 campuses, they're in very different suburbs, very different socio-economic areas. So we're really aware of that and trying to make it all as inclusive as we can in a socio-economic sense as well as in a multicultural sense.
Yeah, and I know it's about more than ATARs these days, but certainly you guys rank well when it comes to that score as well. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Principal.
I wish you were my principal. I might have had a decent high school.
Oh, come on. You didn't end up too badly, Carl.
I'm not sure I want to invite students, though, Carl, but thank you.
Oh, definitely.
Maybe go back to school, yeah.
Oh, I didn't finish.
Well, that says a lot then, doesn't it?
To see the full list, head to top100schools.com.au or pick up a copy of your local News Corp paper. It's interesting reading that.
Absolutely. Well, your latest